Once it even whispered hungry for 45 minutes straight. Hungry, 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 hungry. Hello.
How are y'all?
I'm doing okay. I didn't sleep very well last night, but
Samesies, but we're fueled by 7 Brew, and Chewy is trying to make an appearance from behind the curtain.
Hey! Stop.
Well, welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you have been here before.
My name is Denisha.
And my name is Ashley.
And my cat is testing my limits today. Testing the limits of my medication.
I gotta make that fucking shirt today.
Hey, come here.
Would y'all buy merch if we were to make merch?
I know Dad would.
And this is the Afterlife Hotline. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we have some merch ideas. So if you would buy them, please let us know. Because I feel like we would buy them, but
yeah,
we are a we. Today we're going to be doing something a bit low key. Yeah. Since this, I think, is going to be our season 3 finale.
Yeah. And then we'll be back with season 4.
Which is crazy.
Season 4.
We've done this for over a year.
I know. And for any new watchers, you got a lot to catch up on.
Honestly. So this break will be good for you, too.
Yeah. Has your dad watched every single episode?
Yep. I know he watches the YouTube video I send because I think he likes to watch.
Yeah.
Because I believe his routine is after he's done working or whatever he's doing on Wednesday, he'll get his little snacks. He'll go to his bedroom and he'll eat snacks while he's
just watching our
like
podcast.
We're daytime TV, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure, but he has the opportunity to listen to it, like on the way to work and stuff like that with Spotify. But today we're going to do something that we haven't done in a while, but we really enjoyed doing, and it's Am I the Asshole? But kind of paranormal and kind of not. Yeah.
I was only able to find a few, so most of them are probably going to be from Denisha.
So I have, I
just have a few filler, just spooky stories too.
So here's the thing. When you told me that, I decided to try something.
Okay.
And I have a test for you.
Oh.
I have 3 real Reddit stories and 3 AI generated stories.
Oh.
And they're in the same Am I the Asshole format.
Okay.
So I want to see if you can guess which is which.
Okay. Because I tried to generate an Am I the Asshole, but whenever I was reading it, I was just like, ugh. Doesn't really sound like an Am I the Asshole type thing. It was just telling me a story, and then at the end, it was just like, Am I the asshole for not doing this?
So I used 2 different AI generators.
Okay.
I used ChatGPT for one.
Okay.
And then I guess ChatGPT is actually down right now.
Oh.
And so it was not letting me do anything else. Couldn't find any chats or anything.
Wow.
And so I went to Microsoft Copilot.
Okay.
And I generated the other 2.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So
I'm excited.
We'll have to see if you can guess.
Well, I can tell you the only one that I have is off of Reddit. So
yeah, I do have 2 or 3 Reddits. I do have 3 Reddits. Okay, we'll do this one because this one's just kind of chill, and I feel like it's one of the few different ones I could get. So this is: Am I the asshole for telling our peers our friend did not see a UFO but just a moth?
Oh, I'd be so pissed if someone was trying to gaslight me into thinking I just saw a moth.
This happened. This just happened a little bit earlier, and I think the entire thing is so stupid. Jill is in our group of friends and really likes to be the center of attention. If you tell a story, she will try to tell one better. She is married to Rick, and we all adore him. Some of us have known each other for decades. We have all always been kind to Jill, even though she has some wacky ideas. But this last one, I just couldn't keep my mouth shut about. We were all enjoying some time at my acreage shop party. And her and I are the last left in the hot tub.
Oh, okay.
We are kind of laid back and watching the sky because it's clear and you can see all the stars. Every once in a while, a moth will fly by and is attracted to the shop light. I am enjoying the view when all of a sudden Jill starts screaming that she's just seen a UFO. I laughed and thought she was joking, but she was describing what I know was just a moth that flew just by the shop light. The moth can reflect the light a bit and sort of appear as if they are at star height, but it's really just moths. But Jill was convinced and erratic, and she was scared that a UFO was flying over. The more I said what it was, a moth, the more mad she became, accusing me of refusing to believe what I saw and trying to make her look like she was the crazy one. A bunch of other nonsense was said too. Of course, her husband took her side, and a few of her friends did. Things escalated quickly, too. Maybe she did see something. I just can't believe Jill sees a moth, and a few of her friends believe that I should accept what she believes to be true. Party ended pretty quickly after that. I feel like the whole situation is just insane. So am I the asshole for not giving in to the possibility that it was a UFO, or should I have just let it go?
First of all, I don't think you were an asshole for not believing her, but I do think you were an asshole for continuing to argue with her. Like, if she believes she saw a UFO,
just let her believe.
Just let her believe she saw a UFO.
Yeah.
She might have. Like, how are you 100% for sure that she didn't see a UFO?
Yeah.
And part of me, and I'm not trying to take Jill's side, but part of me believes that you're treating her in a certain way because you already don't like her. And so you're already wanting to believe against what she believes in.
Well, because he said that she likes to make everything about her.
Yeah, and so you know that they already had like a certain taste, of, like a certain feeling about her, which, like, if it was just a moth and she saw a moth, it's not that big of a deal. If she wants to believe she saw a UFO, like if she genuinely thought that she saw one and she was legitimately scared and freaking out, let her believe that she saw one. You don't have to believe her, but you also don't have to sit there and argue with her and be an asshole about it. That's just my opinion.
And what if it was a moth? What if it's tiny little freaking aliens in the fucking...
Yeah. And I'm just like, you don't have to like Jill. You don't have to believe her, but I mean, you also don't have to
argue
with her
constantly about it.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like too, like, way to kill the vibe. You could have just been like, I don't feel like it's a UFO, but you know, you do you, and then let it calm down,
right?
And then go about your party.
Yeah, like don't sit there and just try to argue just to try to prove a point or try to prove that you're right. I don't know. It just seems hypocritical because you're just like, am I the asshole for not wanting to believe her? But it's just like you're wanting her to believe you that it was just a moth. You're trying to gaslight her into saying it's just a moth. So you're trying to make her believe that what you're saying is true when you're thinking that she's trying to make you believe what she's saying is true. It's a silly situation.
Agree.
I also believe that's true off of Reddit.
You would be correct.
Okay, cool. People are silly. I would have fed into that. I'd be like, where? Where did it go?
Well, because our asses would have been like, okay, if it was a moth, maybe it's not just a moth.
Right?
Like maybe they want you to think it's a moth.
Yeah. Exactly. They're trying to trick you.
And you fucking fell for it, bruh.
Yep. Am I the asshole for pretending to summon demons?
I saw this one, but I did not read it.
Okay, cool. I went to a 10-day summer camp last year, and I made some great friends there. It was one of the last days there, so we were chilling, and we had a lot of time on our hands. I went around asking my friends if they wanted to do Bloody Mary in the bathroom, and some agreed. We went to the bathroom and did it, and of course, nothing happened. Some time passed, and other people were like, ha, that was funny. So they were like, what if we did a Ouija board? I never had messed around with stuff like that, but because I don't believe in it, but I was like, okay, let's make it out of cardboard. We went outside and started playing with our DIY Ouija board, and we were laughing at the ridiculousness of all of it. A couple of minutes later, some kid hears what we're doing, and he starts getting scared and crying about it. I didn't know the kid, but I assumed no one would really care because demons aren't really real, and our cardboard Ouija board isn't going to summon demons. The counselors didn't punish us, but we weren't allowed to talk about demons anymore. So am I the asshole? No.
You're just kids being kids.
You guys are out there just pretending. Okay. Yeah, no.
Definitely not the asshole.
Y'all are just doing kid stuff. And if a kid overhears you and gets upset about it, you're not in control of his reaction.
Well, and then also, like, the counselors didn't even punish them. They basically just said, hey, like, don't talk about it.
Right. Just let it go. Just don't do it anymore.
Because, I mean, even if if you're going to talk about it, the kid's going to get scared again, and then it's just going to be a constant repeat situation. Yeah. Not the asshole. You guys were just being kids.
Yep.
I mean, if that's the worst your imagination came up with, I think you're okay.
Yeah, honestly.
So this one is, am I the asshole for banishing my roommate's ghost without asking first?
Oh.
So I, 29 female, live in an old Victorian house that has been converted into apartments. My best friend slash roommate, Lila, 28 female, and I have lived here for 2 years. And yes, we think the place is haunted. Not doors creak because the building is old haunted. I mean full body apparitions, cold spots, and whispering your name at 3 a.m. type haunted. The ghost, who we call Edwin, mostly keeps to himself.
Edwin.
He'd flicker the lights when he was annoyed, rearrange our bookshelves alphabetically, and then occasionally stand in the hallway staring at us like we were disappointing him. We got pretty used to it. Over the last month, Edwin got kind of clingy. He started showing up in my bedroom at night, not doing anything harmful, but just standing there, breathing cold air in my face. He'd whisper things like, "You could do better," whenever I texted my boyfriend, and he kept knocking over my coffee mugs. When I told Lila I needed to do something about it, she said Edwin was just lonely and that I should try to bond with him. I told her that I don't bond with dead men who watch me sleep.
Valid.
Last week, Edwin slammed a cabinet so hard it cracked, and I'd had enough. I called a medium, and she walked me through a banishing ritual, and it worked. The air warmed up, the shadows stopped moving, and for the first time in weeks, I was able to sleep without hearing his breath.
Ugh.
When Lila came home, she lost it. She said Edwin was her friend and that he trusted us, and that I violated the spiritual ecosystem of the house. She's been giving me the silent treatment ever since, and told our mutual friends that I murdered her ghost. For the record, Edwin was already dead. So am I the asshole?
No. Second of all, I think that was generated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I even had to take some stuff out because I'm like, this is going to be a fucking dead giveaway.
Yeah. But if this was real, first of all, I don't think you were the asshole. Second of all, I think your friends, like, I can understand both points of view, because it's like if your friend had a friendship going on with this ghost, you know, I'd low-key be a little sad if, you know, they got banished away. But at the same time, your ghost friend's not respecting your roommate's boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. Like, if she wants to get sleep without hearing someone, you could do better. Like, come on now.
I should have taken that out. I feel like that was a dead-ass giveaway.
It was. But it's okay. But it's like, I mean, I could have used a ghost a few years ago when it was like, you could do better.
Actually, you know what? I don't think you would have listened to it. Because
Probably
you
not.
didn't listen to me.
I didn't listen to anybody. If we're being honest.
I sent you a TikTok right before you came over. As this guy who does like skits and stuff like that, and he was like POV that one friend that gets blocked by the other friend, and he goes, Ashley just didn't like the fact that I told her the truth. Y'all won't tell her the truth. And I said, yeah, Ashley, I sent it to you. And then he goes, I'm just gonna do. She blocked me. I'm like, oh my god.
You should take that sound and you should do a video with that. And just have me in the background going, blocked.
She fucking blocked me. Which is a fun fact. We were not social media friends for a little bit. I think like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Something like that. It didn't last very long. And then look at us now, 15, 16 years later.
With a podcast, and we go on trips. And you're never getting rid of me.
Nope. I don't want to. Okay. I'll leave my longer one for last. This one's called Scary Whistling Story. Sorry, I don't have any more Am I the Assholes. It's all going to be from Denisha. So these ones are just spooky little stories.
Who cares? It's fun.
Yeah. I had this happen a few years back and never really talked about it, but every now and then it still crosses my mind. I lived in a house with my then girlfriend and went to bed one night. I had a nightly routine of locking all the doors and windows, and I only had 3 cats that slept in the bed. One night, I was woken up by whistling in the living room, like a call whistle. Shh, shh. Oh. Shh, shh. Like the whew, whew.
Oh,
I can't do that.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, something like that. I've had previous paranormal experiences and horrible dreams all my life, so I pretty much just said fuck this and closed my eyes. Then it did it again, but closer to the room. The girl I was with at the time said to me, "Someone is in the house and whistling." I grabbed my handgun and yelled, "Come on, motherfucker," and began sweeping the house while tearing up. I mean, tears flowing for no reason. After I was done, all the doors were locked and the windows, and nothing was there. I've had weird things like this happen all my life, bad dreams, and some nights relating to paranormal stuff. Many of these events were confirmed by people I was around, so it wasn't just a me thing. My question is, what is this thing? Why whistle for me? Typing this makes me tear up and gives me goosebumps. Thanks, everyone. Where do you live? Because if you're anywhere in the Appalachian region,
You didn't hear anything.
you didn't hear the whistle. And I think that you need to have somebody come and like bless your house or something and get the entity out, because that's not a good entity at all. So they always say don't whistle at night. So the fact that this thing is whistling at night is a no-go for me. No. Okay. Also, the fact that your girlfriend at the time heard it too, that would make me freak out even more,
because
knowing
then
that
it's
somebody else is validating the fact that you heard it. No.
I was like us with the freaking
Footsteps.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that. I think it was something. I don't know.
I don't feel like it was a deer.
I don't think so. Because, like, since then, I've seen videos of deer walking. Like, there was a guy who was hunting, and I guess he has a pet deer that lives on the land because it had on, like, an orange collar. And it was walking up to his blind. And he was like, go away. I'm hunting. Go away. And you just see the way that it's walking. It doesn't sound like a bipedal. You can hear each footstep. I don't know. I really wish somehow we were recording.
Maybe that's what we should start. Maybe we need to get a recorder at night
and start recording throughout the night, because it was so freaky. And it was walking up to the tent.
I mean, it got damn near on the tent.
It got so close. And you just hear ch, 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 ch. And it stops right near the tent. Didn't hear any breathing, no noise. Generator kicks on, and you just hear it run off into the woods.
But even still, the run sounded, it
didn't sound like it was heavy.
But
there were so many leaves.
I just thought of little tiny, like, demon children.
But there was, like, no, and it was only one thing is what it sounded like. But it didn't sound big. But if it wouldn't have been a squirrel, because we were hearing those during the day, and they're not usually out at night. And
well, then, like, raccoons and stuff, we would hear, like, the rustling because they're low to the ground.
They're going to make, like, a shh.
Yeah.
Not just shh, shh. I don't know.
It was freaky.
And then someone said something about crawlers and how they can make themselves invisible and all this other kinds of shit. I think it was something walking up to our tent being like, what is this? And then get scared and run off.
Yeah, I think we should start recording at night for our...
Dad also needs to get a game camera and put it up outside of his camper and record at night.
He said he wants to do that next time.
Good, because I need to know. Because if we heard it...
That means it
at 12 and then we see nothing on the camera, I would be poop my pants. Hell no. It's worse if you can't see it.
True.
In my opinion.
No, I agree. I think I would rather be able to see what's coming at me than not see it and be like, what? Because you're going to freak out because you don't know where it's coming from.
It's like that one TikTok I just saw. I forget what the name of the movie is, but the girl, she's in this house and she's running away from somebody who's in like this invisible suit.
The Invisible Man?
Yeah. And she's looking down from the attic and you just see just like all the way down the ladder, and all of a sudden she spills paint and he's like right there.
Fun fact. We will be able to meet him in Dark Universe.
Oh, isn't he the one who's wrapped up in like... So, I don't know if that's the same movie then.
It's a remake of it.
Okay, because...
The outfits and stuff. Yeah, it's a remake.
Okay, because I know, like, because I've seen that movie, and in part of the movie, she finds his room, and she finds the suit.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's a remake of it. But obviously, they're also not going to want him to look like that in the parks. But yeah, it's because they went with, like, classic horror.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to original programming.
Am I the asshole for refusing to keep living in my house after my ghost roommate started copying me?
Ghost roommate? Okay.
Throwaway, because my sister knows my main and already thinks I'm being really dramatic. I, 28 female, moved into an older rental house about 6 months ago. It's cute and extremely affordable, which means it's got character, like weird plumbing. At first, it was the little things, cabinets opening, footsteps upstairs when no one was home, hearing somebody sigh behind me, but I ignored it because I just watched too many horror movies and I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
I started hearing my own voice in other rooms, though. Like, I'd be in the bathroom and I'd hear somebody say hello in my own voice coming from the kitchen.
No.
One night, I was scrolling TikTok and I heard my voice in the hallway say, hello, my best friend's name. I live alone. The final straw happened last week. I got home from work, walked into the bedroom, and saw me standing in the mirror behind me. Same clothes, same hair, but when I turn around, no one was there. I packed a bag and left immediately, and I'm staying with my sister now. But here's the issue. My landlord says I'm overreacting and still owe rent if I break the lease. My sister says I'm embarrassing her because I keep insisting the house is haunted instead of saying I have anxiety. And my mom said I should just sage it and grow up. I don't think I'm the asshole for not wanting to live with whatever keeps doing impressions of me, but everyone is acting like I'm being unreasonable. So am I the asshole for moving out of my house because a ghost started to mimic me?
No. Also, I think that one's real. It's fake?
It's AI generated.
Okay, that one definitely sounds like it could be real, though. First of all, if it was actually a thing, I don't think it's a ghost. I think it would be more of a mimic.
Mm-hmm.
And then second of all, if it was real, fuck the landlord, fuck your sister, fuck your chicken strips.
Fuck it. So I did cut out one thing, and I think this would have been a dead giveaway. So when they said one night I was scrolling bed and TikTok and I heard my voice from the hallway say, hello, my best friend's name, it actually says, hello, Ashley.
Oh.
And so I think with the prompt, it picked up. And so I think that would have been a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
So
I'd be so pissed if I was experiencing stuff like that. First of all, she'd be the one to be like, all right, let's grab the salt and sage. Let's go over there and banish this thing. But
also, I think so. This would have also been a dead giveaway. I cut it out because I didn't feel like it was necessary anyway. But it says, edit, to answer common questions. Yes, I checked for mold and carbon monoxide. No issues found. And no, I'm not going back for the toaster oven. It knows I love the toaster oven. There's nothing in the damn thing about the toaster oven.
Well, the other part about the mold or the carbon monoxide, I feel like would have made it sound more true. Because I do see a lot of the times when people are experiencing stuff like that, they ask you to check for that type of stuff. Yeah. Because, first of all, carbon monoxide should have a detector for that.
The toaster oven is what would have been like really weird.
Not the toaster oven.
It knows I love that toaster oven. Like, where did that one come from?
Oh my gosh. Now, if it would have had something in the story about like it fucking with the toaster oven, like messing around with it or something.
Like, and there's not, because I'm looking
like every time you use it, it turns it off.
Because like I'm looking and there's nothing about this damn toaster oven.
That would have been like, wait, what? What about the toaster oven? Okay. So do you want to hear about, this one's short and the other one's long, but I'm going to let you decide which one. Have y'all experienced the glitch? Or spirit of my client's first husband repelled by black salt?
We'll go with that one because that title intrigues me.
Okay. It's a little bit of a longer one, but I'll try to read it a little bit faster.
No, you're fine.
I have worked a second job as a caregiver off and on for several years. It is a habit of mine to protect any properties where I work quietly and without alarming my clients, whose beliefs may not coincide with mine. I work for an elderly lady in a retirement community, so I see spirits quite often. Mostly they do their own thing and don't realize that I see them. Mutual respect. Any home where I stay overnight or where I sense negative vibes, I protect and cleanse. Usually, I use salt and salt water rather than sage because saging alarms some people. My kids say it smells like weed. So I use salt water, sea salt, and black salt in those instances and prayer. Over the past 2 months, I have been observing a dark spirit roaming around outside my client's house. Sometimes I can see him as he was in life. He spends most of the time as a dark shadow. He wears a suit, but no hat. He is a medium height. He has been trying to get into the house of my client. I have been able to feel the anger and the frustration that he projects, but I didn't know who he was. A week ago, I saw him outside my own home. circling very fast past the windows, hunched over, kept him out. Yesterday, I was at the client's home working. He started pacing back and forth in the front of the formal living room window. I could sense the anger. Quietly, I added sea salt to a bottle of water and sprayed the bases of the walls inside the perimeter of the home. The shadow stopped his rapid pacing, turned, looked at me through the big picture window. That's when I saw him as he was in life. Again. I was careful not to address him or look straight at him, and he went away. 2 hours later, while my client was napping, I sat in the formal living room to read a novel. I saw him zoom across the street in my peripheral vision, come up onto the porch, and kick the screen door on my left side. Next week, I'm going to salt the front porch and the perimeter of the property. In life, this guy was a womanizer and an alcoholic. He was emotionally abusive to my client. They had children. The last child may have been due to a marital rape. Ooh, trigger warning for that. My bad. I'll just pop in a little trigger warning before this story. She didn't divorce him because the doctor told him at age 40 that he would kill himself in less than 2 years. He had a mistress and a love child. My client told me divorce would have cost her her property and her businesses. So she waited. The doctor told him The doctor told him if he didn't reform, he would die. He didn't, and he died young. And my client's second husband, who was a lovely, amazing person, died last year. I have not sensed him before her second husband's death. That man would have repelled him through his character alone. I feel like I just kicked some spiritual ass. I protected her. I saw him. Woo! I am sorry that he is trapped here, but I won't let him get to her. He did enough in life. I sense no remorse in him, only aggression. I thought some of you might enjoy reading this. Protection works. I have many years of experience using it. It has worked for me before, but yesterday, asshole kicked the door and could not get in. Dang! Kudos to this lady.
I'd be banishing the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Kudos to this lady for protecting her clients, because not only was he an asshole during life,
but he was still that same asshole.
Trying to be that way after.
And Lord knows what he would have been able to done in Afterlife when he's not corporal.
Bitch. Go to where you're supposed to go. Leave her alone. Jeez. Leave her be.
Also, I'm really glad that her second husband was a kind, loving man that could unintentionally keep him at bay and couldn't, repel him or whatever.
That would have been me, because I used to watch Ghost Whisper all the time, and I'm just like, oh, this would be so cool to be able to speak and see ghosts. I don't think I'd want that. Not a burden, but I don't think I would want that gift.
Yeah. It's probably both a blessing and a curse.
Oh, yeah. Nope.
Okay. This one is, am I the asshole for inviting my friend without telling her that I've been contacting ghosts?
Ooh.
My friend, let's call her Mary, has been into witchcraft and tarot reading and all that stuff for a few years. To be honest, I don't know much about it because I simply don't believe in any kind of religion, but I always try to be respectful of anyone's beliefs. I don't believe in ghosts either, but it's spooky season, and another friend, let's call her Kate, bought a Ouija board for fun last weekend. Kate isn't exactly the spiritual one either, but we tried it in my living room just to see if anything would happen. Of course, nothing happened. Kate's parents are strict Catholics, so she left the board at my place, and I thought I could use it as a Halloween decoration.
What?
Oh no. Okay, you dumb. Yesterday, a few friends and I, including Mary, which is the spiritual one, went ice skating and hung out at my place afterwards. Mm-hmm. I knew Mary thinks it's dangerous to contact spirits, and I thought it would be considered disrespectful to her beliefs, so I took the Ouija board off the shelf and put it in a box that I kept in my living room corner, next to the box where I keep my board games. At some point during the evening, we decided to play some Cards Against Humanity, and I went to grab a game out of the box, but I opened the wrong one. Oh. Mary saw the board and started to tell me how I should never keep something like that in my home, how dangerous it is, and that I have no idea what kind of entities I may have invited in. I told her that nothing happened when we used it, but she said that's even worse because bad entities can come through without telling me that they're here. She said it's not safe in my home for anyone, especially her, because she's in contact with the other side regularly, but knows what she's doing and who she's talking to. And then she went home to do a protection spell. I messaged her and apologized. She said it's fine, but she can't come over before I cleanse my apartment. and that she's hurt I didn't tell her before I invited her over. I believe in witchcraft and ghosts as much as I believe in Christianity or any other religion, but I think it deserves as much respect even though I don't think it's real. But should I have told her about the board beforehand? Am I the asshole?
Is this real?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say no, just because I don't think you were educated enough to be aware that just keeping it in a box wasn't going to do what it needed to do. Because it sounded like you were just like, oh, I didn't contact anything. I'm just going to put this away and just not remember it and just not worry about it.
Yeah, because they had it out as decor until their friend was coming over and they knew that their friend wouldn't like it. So they were like, okay, I don't want to be disrespectful. Let me remove this.
And so I don't think, in defense for you, I don't think that you're an asshole just because of the fact that you, first of all, you put it up because you were trying to be respectful towards your friend. Second of all, you weren't aware that, you know, the precautions and what you needed to do with the board in order to keep stuff from coming through. And for your friend, I get where she's coming from, but I don't think she was. I think she's just protecting herself and her boundaries. I don't think she was trying to say that you're an asshole. But I understand where she's coming from. But at the same time, she could use that as a teaching experience to teach you on how to properly use a board, why you shouldn't use a board, how
rather
to
than
dispose
getting
of
super
one.
upset.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, because I mean, unless you knew those type of things and you were just like, oh shit, well, she's coming over, let me just toss it into a box real quick, which I don't believe that was the case.
Yeah, I don't think that was I agree. I don't think that was the case either.
No.
And I think that she should have used that as a lesson to be like, hey, this is why maybe you shouldn't do that stuff.
Right.
Especially since she knows you're a non-believer in any religion.
Yeah.
And you seem to be relatively respectful of anyone's religion.
Yeah.
So I feel like having, like, if that was the case between you and I, knowing that you're respectful of what I believe, but knowing that you don't necessarily believe, I feel like that would be common ground to be able to communicate about it.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, you don't believe in this type of stuff, so you're not going to be aware of what could happen with said objects. So, whereas, like, she's doing what she needs to do to protect herself because she is kind of open to that type of thing and communicates with the other side regularly. Yeah, I as that friend, I would just use that as a teaching lesson for the friend who doesn't believe in that type of stuff and the consequences that could come with messing with that type of stuff. So no, I don't think you're an asshole, and I don't think your friend's being an asshole either. Okay, so my last one is, have y'all experienced the glitch? Okay, so this happened years ago, but it got brought up at Easter, and I cannot believe I forgot about this. Not really scary per se, but definitely the weirdest encounter I've had to date. I was in high school. My mom and I were getting ready to go out with my grandparents. We were upstairs and heard my grandparents come in, and the dog give his usual happy whine when he saw my granddad and heard my grandparents' usual greetings. My mom and I consecutively said our hellos, but then heard nothing. We're a super close family, so I started heading downstairs joking about their hearing and to give hugs, but when I got downstairs, there was no one there. No car in the driveway, lights off, no one there but my mom and dog and I. My dog was even sleeping on his bed. I went back upstairs to my mom and told her we both just stared at each other like for a solid 10 minutes. Like I said, not necessarily scary, but it was just so bizarre that my mom and I both heard the exact same thing and no one was there. My grandparents showed up 20 minutes later and thought we were nuts when we told them, by the way. I don't want to say that that's like ghosts or like mimics or anything. I just want to say that's like residual energy.
Yeah.
Especially for the fact that the dog reacted in the way that it normally does when it's greeting your grandparents. And so I think that just happens so often that in your timeline it's just kind of created a residual energy and it just happened to pop up. Agreed. Because the fact that you and your mom both heard it and then the dog whined like it normally does whenever they come home or come in the house, I don't think it was anything negative. I still would have freaked out though. But
yeah. So this one is, am I the asshole for not taking a girl's fear of ghosts seriously?
Yes.
It was dubbed Everyone Sucks. I went on vacation with the girl I've been seeing for the weekend. I took a bath.
Oh, I was about to say he was only seeing her for the weekend.
But yeah, that's what threw me off at first. While I was in the bath, she heard noises that sounded like footsteps and a door opening, and she freaked out when it wasn't me. While in bed, she was telling me she thinks that there's a ghost in the room. I laugh because I think it's a joke, but she is serious and she's starting to get scared. Then I say, "Hey ghosts, if you're out there, come out and show yourselves." And she's angry with me, saying I shouldn't piss off the ghosts and that we're going to have a problem.
Yes.
I yell it again, and then I say, "Ghosts, if you're out there, come out. If you don't show yourselves, then you're gay." Yes, you're all gay if you don't come out. Nothing. Okay, ghosts aren't real, or they're gay. Whatever. Good night, ghosts.
Is this a dude?
It's gotta be.
But the whole taking a bath is what kind of threw me off. Like, I know guys take baths, but it's just not as common.
Yeah. They didn't clarify. Sorry, that whole reading that just like really irritated me, and I don't know how he wasn't just dubbed the asshole. Anyway.
No, he's the asshole.
100%.
They are the asshole.
She hides under the blanket and is really scared and angry. We get into a bit of an argument, and she begs me to turn on the lights. I point out it's ridiculous since the room wasn't even that dark because of city light pollution, and ghosts wouldn't care.
Oh my gosh.
I tell her she needs to grow up. I check under the bed and show her that there are no monsters there. She got angry because I started to watch Casper the Friendly Ghost and told her maybe the ghosts are nice.
Oh my God, this person's a bitch.
The next morning, we got into an argument, and she said she's scared the ghost might come and that I made it worse and that I can't be certain ghosts aren't real, that I should take her fear seriously. I told her she needs to grow up and act like she's not a kid. I'm 23 and she's 21. We're not little kids. You suck.
What the fuck?
You fucking suck,
Was that
bro.
the end of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand how that was
Everyone,
dubbed
yeah.
everyone sucks. No. The partner, not the girlfriend that's scared. First of all, I hope to goodness that you're not still with her because she deserves better than that.
Amen.
And you just fucking suck because regardless if you believe in them or not, and you're, first of all, you never, ever, ever act like that towards a spirit, whether you believe or not. You don't, what's the term I'm looking for? Antagonize them. And then you're not taking her fear seriously. Like you're just being a dick.
Because, like, okay, you don't believe in ghosts, but she does. Are you going to make fun of her if she's scared of spiders?
Like, what?
I don't like you.
I don't like
whoever you are. You suck.
I hope that the ghosts showed themselves and tickled your toes all night. And you got no sleep.
Not tickling the toe. I would hate that, though, low-key.
Hopefully they tickled you to death.
Hopefully your pillows are never cold.
Yeah. And hopefully they left your poor girlfriend alone and she got some sweet sounding sleep. Uninterrupted. Jerk face.
Are you ready for the last one?
Yes. I'm assuming that one was real.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for telling the creature in my walls to shut up and making it angry?
I'm assuming this is AI generated. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'll just read the whole thing instead of trying to cut anything out.
Yeah.
So I, 31 female, recently moved into a super old farmhouse because the rent was hella cheap, and I'm apparently allergic to good decisions. The landlord did mention that occasional wildlife noises were there, but I assumed he meant raccoons or squirrels, not whatever this is.
This is giving me chipmunks in the fucking camper walls.
As soon as it said the title, I was like, oh, hell yeah. About a week after moving in, I started hearing scratching inside the walls. Not like little scampering, more like fingers, long ones, slowly dragging along very deliberately. Ew. Ew. Stop. I don't like you.
ASMR. Ew, 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 ew.
I hated it as soon as I did it.
That is one of the things that I cannot stand.
I can't.
The fucking cats. Oh my God. I love them so much, but it's always right as soon as I'm about to sleep.
You can't
The fan does not make enough noise. And I just hear them going, licking themselves. And it pisses me off. And Steven's just like, what? You don't like that noise? Like, it puts me to sleep. I said, shut the fuck up. I said, no.
So it's really funny. is I love watching cats eat videos, like with ASMR.
Okay, I can do that, but if I'm trying to sleep and I can hear
Yeah.
them grooming themselves,
But
I will
then
lose my shit.
Any other mouth noise, like if it's not from an animal, any other mouth noise, and I cannot stand it.
No.
Like
No.
I don't. That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like. I don't like sounds. Like
I'm like the people that whistle when they talk. They just
one slithery, yeah.
And people smacking while they eat.
Or smacking their fucking gum.
Do you remember that teacher? I'm not going to name names, but do you remember that teacher in, I don't know if you had her in middle school. Every single time I
didn't have her, but I know what you're talking about. So it's like the other teacher.
She was a bitch.
In high school.
I got in trouble for talking, and she made me put my chair up on the table and made me stand during class. She was ruthless.
That's like the other teacher who was in our high school that couldn't say specific and would say Pacific.
Pacific. It reminds me how I corrected Dad during camping, and he didn't catch it, but you, me, and Joey did. And Joey started laughing, and you did too. My poor dad. I don't know what he was. I do it too sometimes. Everybody does.
Everybody, yeah.
But he was talking, and he goes Pacific, and I was like, he just kept talking. I was like specific. And then he didn't catch it, and then she started going, and then Joey was just like,
that's okay. That's like me with pterodactyl.
The first time I ever heard this bitch say pterodactyl, I was like,
which is ridiculous because I knew as soon as I said it, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Like, ma'am, the P is silent.
No, fuck you, pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Well, that's how we say it now.
Yeah. It sucks because we can't, when we go to Universal, we won't be able to ride pterodactyl flyers.
Are they not there anymore?
No, it's there, but it's only like you can only ride it if you have a kid. Because it's more geared towards kids, and so it's a kid and their parent.
I wonder if someone will let us borrow a kid.
Hey, this is crazy, but I want to
ride this ride. Can I borrow your child?
I'm not a serial freak, I promise.
Serial freak.
I didn't want to say.
I got it.
Anyway, am I the asshole for telling the creature in my walls to shut up and making it angry? So I, 31 female, recently moved into an old farmhouse because the rent was super cheap and I'm apparently allergic to making good decisions. The landlord did mention occasional wildlife noises, but I assume he meant raccoons or squirrels, not whatever this is. About a week after moving in, I started hearing scratching inside the walls. Don't do it! At first I ignored it. New house, old pipes, whatever. But then it started to talk. Not words exactly, more like a low, wet whisper that somehow vibrated in my teeth. It makes me think of the little tooth fairies from Don't Be Afraid of the Dark.
Ugh.
The closest thing I can describe it to is this. Imagine someone trying to speak English after only hearing it through a detuned radio.
So gibberish.
I tried to record it, but my phone shut off every time. Anyway, the whispering got worse at night. It would say my name, it would laugh, it would repeat things I'd said earlier in the day, but more in a mocking tone. Once it even whispered, hungry, for 45 minutes straight. Hungry.
Sorry, Chewy. That's going to be our fucking intro at the beginning. Just hungry.
I was exhausted, freaked out, and running on 2 hours of sleep and a gas station burrito. So one night around 3 a.m. and when it started up again, I snapped and yelled, "Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep." Everything went dead silent. Then the wall behind my bed bulged outward like something huge pressed against it from the other side. And in this deep, gravelly voice, nothing like the whispers, it said, "No." The next morning, all of my cabinet doors were open. My silverware was rearranged into spirals on the floor. There were muddy footprints on the ceiling. Bare, human-shaped footprints, except each foot had too many toes. I told my sister about it, and she said I was an idiot for antagonizing whatever the nonsense was that's going on. My best friend said I should apologize to it, and my landlord said, "Oh, it's awake again," and then hung up on me. So now I'm wondering, am I the asshole for yelling at the creature in my walls and making it mad?
No! Your landlord's the asshole for not telling you there was something there.
Oh, it's awake again?
Oh my god. My brain went to like gremlins.
I was thinking of...
Or there's a term for them.
Mogwai?
No, they're like these little creatures that they'll steal children, and they'll steal children, and then they'll also like sit on your chest while you're sleeping.
Oh, we've talked about this before.
That's what it's giving. It says changelings, but
That feels
that's not
right.
what I was looking for. To me, it sounds like some sort of like gremlin type thing, especially with the scratching and hungry, 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 hungry. Ew. No.
Anyway.
Sounds like my brain at night when
Honestly,
I'm trying to go to sleep.
And you're
just like,
snacky. Hungry, hungry, feed me, hungry, hungry. Feed me, Seymour.
Yes. I'm like, no, shut up. I want to go to bed.
So that is our episode, the end of season 3.
Woo, 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 woo.
Don't worry, we'll be coming back, but we're going to,
Just take a week hiatus.
yeah.
Just get some stuff planned for the next season.
Make it bitter, make it badder, make it awesome.
Yeah, what she said.
That's a quote from Ace of Cakes.
Yeah.
In the intro. I want to find a way to make cakes bigger, badder, awesome.
Awesome.
As always, let us know what you think of these stories. Are they the asshole? Are they not the asshole? Did you find some of the stories spooky? If you have any stories similar, you can email us at the afterlifehotline@gmail.com or comment and DM on any of our social media sites. Keep one foot in the living world.
And 1 year on the line.
Bye.
Bye.
I did it right this time.
Hell yeah. Kudos to Denisha.
Woo! Yay!